This is Video Game Show, episode number 120, or 220. Yeah, it feels like 120. Episode 220. This is Phil, and with us today is Chad.
Hello.
And last but not least, Ivan.
Yo.
Enjoy, show's over. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so, Ivan.
Yes, sir.
You're playing Black Ops.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about it. On the 360, right?
Yes, sir.
So, what do you think?
It is Call of Duty.
Okay, so what was the last Call of Duty you played?
Last Call of Duty I played was Modern Warfare 1.
So you did not play the World at War nor Modern Warfare 2?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I haven't played a whole lot of the single-player game, because I kind of just jumped into multiplayer, because it's like every other Call of Duty game. They're kind of mutually exclusive. And for me, anyway, it's devastatingly, infuriatingly annoying. Because, I don't know, I'm old, I guess, and my reflexes aren't what they used to be, because, for example, the last match that I played, the top guy on my team had 39 kills, and I had a grand total of 3.
So is it more twitchy, jumpy, shooty, no strategy?
Oh, there's no strategy. No strategy at all. It's not Halo jumpy kind of, running around and jumping up and down the entire time shooting. It's not like that, but it's part... I don't know what it is. I am at a complete loss as to why I am so god-awful at this game. I know I'm still, after all these years, not as good with a console controller as I am with a mouse and a keyboard, but man, I mean, I'll get 3 kills and like 15 deaths in a match, and that is just awful.
Okay, so how were you at Modern Warfare, when you last played Call of Duty?
Okay, so here's the other thing, and I'm fully aware that this is an issue with me, is every time I play a first-person shooter on a console, it takes me a couple weeks to ramp up to be even decent. And I never top the charts. I'm never number 1 or 2. At best, I get through. I mean, every once in a while, I'll get the most kills in a round, but not very often. I'm usually right around the middle. Tonight is like the 3rd time I've played the game, so I'm not ready to throw it out the window yet. But Modern Warfare, like all the other games, took me a little while to ramp up to, but it was a little bit better. The maps were bigger. It wasn't as close quarter combat as this is. So the biggest problem I have with this is the maps are just, to me, they're just horrendous, because there's lots of destroyed buildings. Every single room or building has like 15 entrances to it. So there's not that I want to like camp in one spot the entire time, but it's like you walk out of a doorway and go to turn right, and you don't see the guy coming from your left and he stabs you in the face. Or you walk through a doorway and there's a guy running up behind you. There's not much you can do with it if he's running behind you, but it's like there's so many entrances to a room, there's no way to enter a room without fearing for your life. And the field of vision in the game is not like 90 degrees or whatever the human eye can see. I mean, if you walk through a doorway, you can kind of see in your peripheral if there was somebody standing right there outside the doorway. But in this game, it's like you walk through a doorway and they can see you before you can see them, and they stab you in the face. Or they shoot you. Quiet, kitty.
I kind of got that feeling that they were kind of going down that path with Modern Warfare 2. I didn't play it all that much, but the little bit that I did play, especially when we were at PAX and played a little bit, even a 16-player map it just seemed like everyone was spawning on top of each other, and it's just too damn small for like deathmatch type of games. And that's kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean, they have sniper rifles. They have all the weapons you'd expect to have in a modern war combat game, but they have sniper rifles, which are absolutely useless because there's no way. First of all, the maps aren't big enough where you can get people, from a distance. And if you stay in one spot for too long, like I said, the every single room, they've designed these maps so that there's literally no little nook, cranny, corner, or anywhere to hide. Every single room has a dozen entrances to it, so a sniper rifle is useless. You can't get the distance to shoot people. And if you stay in one place for too long, there's 270 degrees of vision that you can't see, and there's going to be people running up to you and just using their tactical knife to stab you or shoot you. They come up and you're crouched in a corner, and they come up and they just see you sitting there. So unless you're constantly spinning around in circles, you can't see people. And like I said, that combined with the fact that the maps are so small, it's like you don't have a second to even catch your breath, because if you stop, someone's going to see you stopped and they're going to shoot you. And if you constantly move, that you can't run around an entire map the entire time and expect to shoot people, to actually be useful at all. I don't know.
Are you staying with the game right now just to... it sounds like it's frustrating you.
It is frustrating me because I know I am not a top-notch first-person shooter on a console gamer. I know that I'm not going to be that guy that gets 39 kills, every single round. But I am not so bad as to get 2 or 3 kills and, 20 deaths. So I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand what it is that I'm doing wrong, I guess is what I'm saying. I feel like I'm missing something, like I'm using a submachine gun in a map that you should be using an assault rifle. That kind of screw up kind of thing, but that can't possibly be what's wrong.
The other thing is, I know that in the Modern Warfare games, there are abilities and weapons you can unlock as you play more. You rank up, and you get better perks and better guns and weapons. Perhaps you just haven't found your...
No, well...
No?
You're absolutely right, but this game is a little different. So in past Call of Duty games, as you leveled up, you gained experience, and experience unlocked new weapons and new perks and that kind of stuff. This game is different in that all experience does is level you up and unlock mostly cosmetic stuff. So you can put camo on your gun or do a clan tag, that kind of thing. You also earn money for each match that you play, and you use money to buy guns and perks. And essentially, from level 1, all of the guns, most of the guns, and all of the perks are available to you, meaning that all you have to do is purchase them. And they're all mostly the same amount of money. Like, all the perks are like $2,000. So within, playing half a dozen matches or so, you can be purchasing the same things that the high-level people are using. So they at least did that right, in that there's no real level kind of bias for people who are level 50 and have all the best stuff and just dominate a match. You put in a couple hours worth of play, you earn enough money, and you can be buying the guns and the perks that will help you. Now, there's a few things that are unlocked, like there's one weapon in each category that is a kind of unique in that it's got a little bit better stats than some of the other stuff, and the only way to get that is to buy all of the guns in that category. So there's a special submachine gun that you can buy, and the only way you can buy it is if you've purchased all of the other submachine guns. So there's a little bit of stuff that you can do if you've played for a while that new people can't. But so that's not really a valid thing. It's not like the high level people got the best stuff because they've been playing for so long, and you just got to put your time in. No, you can buy decent guns, weapons, and perks with money.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't know that was a change from, because the last time I played, you had to unlock all your stuff as you went along.
Like I said, there is plenty of stuff to unlock, but most of it isn't really stuff that you can't get with just the money. Even like the kill streak stuff, which is you get 3, 5, 10 kills in a row, you get a kill streak reward, which is like a helicopter that you can use. Or there's a new thing now, they have dogs, and the dogs are nasty, by the way. You unleash these dogs and they go hunting the bad guys.
Yeah, they had the dogs in World at War.
Oh, did they? Okay. So those things are all there, and all you have to do is buy the kill streak thing, and then you can use it. Well, I mean, for me, though, the problem is that I'm lucky to get 3 kills in a match, let alone 3 kills in a row. So
I guess the question is, are you going to keep trying at it? Are you going to keep,
I'll keep playing it. There's like another 3 weeks before Cataclysm comes out.
Yeah, I think, did you beat New Vegas?
Yeah, so I was playing New Vegas. I figured that could tide me over for a while in the month or so before Cataclysm comes out. I beat New Vegas fairly quickly and realized that there's not a whole lot of incentive to go back and play after you've beat the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
The first point being that you can't go back.
Yeah.
Once you've finished you get to a point in the campaign and it says stop right here. If you continue with this mission, you will not be able to leave this area of the game, and you won't be able to go back when you're done. So in order to beat the game, you have to go through this final stage, and once you do, you can't leave once you're in there, and once you're done, you can't go back. The only thing you can do is load a game save prior to you being in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I started a new character, and I just got bored because I didn't have all the cool stuff that my higher level character had. And then the higher level character, what else are you going to do? Go back and do some of the side quests that you didn't do? So once I finished the game, I was kind of done with it. So then I thought, well, what do I do now? I've got like 3 weeks or so before Cataclysm comes out, and I don't have much to do. So I figured, well, I'll buy a game that I can play with the GCN guys, because I haven't really, it's probably been since Modern Warfare that I really played multiplayer stuff with these guys. So that's what I've been doing with Cypher and Content Cylon and Kobol and all those guys, Twig.
Well, at least you are playing with people you know, so it's kind of fun, I guess. The only thing I can say is, have you ever gotten... I know that if you play the single-player game, you can unlock a co-op mode, the zombie horde mode. Mm-hmm. Have you heard about that yet, or you know nothing about that? It's like you're playing as like Fidel Castro, Nixon, and Kennedy fighting the zombie people.
Yes, I haven't played it. I've heard of it. I am aware of it. It's kind of like horde mode in Gears of War, where it's just kind of wave after wave of zombies. And it is co-op, and it does sound kind of cool, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people are playing it. Seems like most people are playing just the regular multiplayer stuff.
Yeah, but I figured, co-op might be a little more fun, just zombies and Nixon.
Right.
And Cadastro.
I haven't, like I said, I haven't played much of the first, or the single-player campaign. I haven't really done much of that, because I got it on Friday. Yeah, I think Friday I played a little bit of the single-player, and then jumped into multiplayer. And then I played that for a couple of days. So that's pretty much all I've really done. Like I said, they're totally separate from each other. You don't earn rewards by playing single player for multiplayer or anything like that. So, it's like 2 separate games on one disc, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But, since I really got it for the multiplayer part, that's really what I've been focusing on. So, and even when I'm by myself, I just kind of jump into matches by myself.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. I thought, was it Modern Warfare that the single player contribute to the... No, that was Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
That was Vegas, yeah. So
yeah, you leveled up. So all these games are the same anymore. You've got ranks, and different ranks unlock different things. Each iteration, whether it's Vegas or Gears hasn't really done that yet, but Vegas or any of the Call of Duties, they all kind of have a spin on that, but it's all pretty much the same thing. The more you play, the more stuff that you can unlock. And the people have been playing too long, because they've got like hot pink camouflage assault rifles with purple and green rainbow unicorn reticles for their sights. And so yeah, I like it a lot. It's fun. I really don't understand why I'm just absolutely horrendous at this game. At first I thought it was like my network connection wasn't great. Because, I mean, well, literally, I would run up and I would see somebody and I would try and shoot them and they would kill me. And then after every kill, they show you the kill cam, the thing that killed you. And so from their point of view, I see me running towards them and I start to turn and I'm like shooting at a wall and they kill me dead. And I'm like, well, no wonder I'm dead and he's not, because from their perspective, I thought we saw each other and he just won the shooting match, where from his perspective, I wasn't even shooting yet and he had killed me. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? But I think it's just a combination of a bunch of things. Me not really being that good. Maybe my network connection isn't as fast, and just I cannot stand these maps. They're awful. I hate, at least with Modern Warfare, there was some space, there was like buildings with like a field in between or something, and there was stuff that you could do in between, where here it's like, just imagine like downtown New York, and it's just like all these buildings, so you can kind of hide in buildings, but every single building's got so many entrances to it. You essentially have to go in groups of 4, have 3 guys watch you while you look out a window, kind of thing, and that it's just a big mess.
Yeah, that's kind of sad to hear, because I got World at War, and some of the maps in there were very nice and big, laid out like big open areas. There were multiple entrances per building, but still there were places to camp for sniping, that kind of stuff. A sniper rifle made from what you're telling me, sniper rifle doesn't make sense. It's kind of limited, cramped, very urban, small, close quarters combat.
Yeah, it's a lot like Rainbow Six Vegas 2 was, in that the building, but I mean even then there was like sides. There was buildings on one side and another, and there was a stuff in the middle and that kind of stuff. This is all very symmetrical, very building oriented, with overhangs and things that you can hide in, but since there's so many areas to get into where you're going, you can't sit by a window and shoot out the window, and then the only way you're going to get killed is if somebody down below sees you in the window and shoots through the window. No, because you could be doing that and you could have some guys sneak up behind you and stab you, and you would never know that he was coming. Absolutely, I want somebody to tell me that I'm wrong and that I have been asking, on Twitter and in the game and stuff, and everyone just agrees with me. It's not like, well, dude, have you done this yet? And be like, oh no, that's what my problem is. There hasn't been that moment of revelation where I realize what I'm doing wrong. It's just, I guess the ultimate answer is just I suck.
No, yeah, you do suck, Ivan. Sorry.
Yeah.
See. Okay, I think that's enough for a show this week, just because I don't want to edit tremendously tomorrow. So, Phil, if you want to talk about Backbreaker, we can do it on Sunday.
It's fine.
Well, I feel bad I cannibalized Phil's time.
It's all right. I wish I would have had Keith to get his perspective, too.
What is Backbreaker?
That's that football game where
okay.
The injuries are very extreme.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Blitz, but a little bit more violent.
Excellent.
Very good. Anybody want to have any final words for 220 besides congratulating Bob, since Megamind's been top of the box office for 2 weeks now?
It's pretty good.
Congratulations, Bob.